If you go down to the woods today, you're sure of a big surprise. If you go down to the woods today, you better go in disguise. For every bear that ever was, there will gather there for certain because a vampire elf fucks a druid in bear form in the new Baldur's Gate 3 game. Hey, seriously, what is this? Somebody dropped their nuts and they found it all naked in the middle of the forest. This is not something I ever expected from Baldur's Gate 3. This is not something anyone expected. Oh wait, maybe I did. I warned a few people that pre-ordered this game. You know they're gonna do something to this game to absolutely put it off-putting, and this is what it has done. There's new romance options in the game where you can apparently have full-on nudity, sex, and everything else in the game. In a game that's a medieval fantasy setting where it's sword and sorcery, going around and actually just hacking and slashing, leveling your characters with the level cap of 12. Ooh, a level cap of 12. You can become that all-powerful druid that can't turn into a tiny squirrel, but you can bear size yourself up and go on full deep, balls deep into another male character if you really so choose. Now, the question is, does he sex change during that, or is this full on male action? That's yet to be discovered. And I gotta say, I watched that bit of a live stream, and they show quite a bit in the live stream that's on YouTube very, very subtly, but that's there. It's there. They've got full-on dongs sitting there out in the open right on YouTube, and I'm surprised the video is still up today. This is absolutely something that I didn't expect. I thought maybe they would just, bring in crazy ass politics, but no, they've got to go full on deep. Now, the game is rated 17 plus on Steam, but this should be adult only if you're going to have this type of fantasy flick or fetishes inside the game. This is an absolute disgusting travesty to see in a D&D setting. Now, your home D&D settings, those are yours to deal with. Those are your own. But for an animator to sit there and go, okay, let's animate this. Let's go into a game. Let's build this into a computer graphical game because it's trendy. What is this? Since when has Hasbro actually sold sex toys? Are they the ones that are going to corner the market in this industry? Is that the new sense of wands that we're going to get from a magic spell book? Is this absolutely insanity? This is not a game that I ever would have expected to go this full into the druid shape change that can't control it and then go into bear form for yeah, this is not something I ever expected out of Baldur's Gate. Baldur's Gate is a game where you sit there and you loot, you build a party, you destroy the enemies, you dispatch enemies. Yeah, sure, you can have some romance, but generally, when you go into full-on furry action, you would think this would be something that you would find on a paid porn site, not in a video game that you sit there and pre-order thinking it's going to be a toss-up and a rendition of a long drawn-out trilogy of games. This is no normal game. This is not normal for any sense of the standard. This is something that's going to be widely brought out there into many different realms and exposing a lot of kids to the genre. And I don't think this is the exposure a lot of parents would want for their kids into Dungeons and Dragons. And then it comes down to who's the target audience? Are kids the target audience for Hasbro? Hasbro makes toys for kids. This is what they do. No, they're going to fund and release a furry porn game hidden as Baldur's Gate 3. They should have honestly just called it something else at this point and not tie it to the Baldur's Gate franchise, because that franchise is now going to go up in smoke, knowing you can fuck a bear. That is where this game is right now. You could even see the crowd, and there's people like, are you kidding? Like, they're throwing their arms up. You can see a couple people in the background, they're putting their hands up, and the women in front, they're just laughing because it's so unbelievable that a game developer would go this far. As they cut away from that scene, you can see they just go back to the menu and take a quiet pause because they're sitting there videotaping the crowd for the reaction. They wanted the reaction for this. They wanted you to see the reaction for this, and they wanted it to be an internet viral sensation, and surely it is, but for all the wrong reasons, because this is absolutely sickening. This is, in a lot of cases, in a lot of places, illegal, because you go into full bestiality, and just the sense of that is something else. You know, it's a good thing we're getting rid of all the anime girls that are scantily clad, or we've taken out all the women from video games, because, you know, if you really wanted to watch a jiggle physics go around, you could go watch porn. That's where this game is now. If you wanted to watch something else, well, now it's being thrust upon you and put balls deep in your face with some furry porn. That's where this game is, and it's absolutely disturbing. Wow, I just went and also looked at the actual trailer for this game, and all it is romance scene after romance scene after romance scene. That's all this game is a furry porn addicted video game. This isn't Baldur's Gate. This isn't a medieval adventure into Baldur's Gate. This more looks like a romantic adventure where you get furry porn. Like, what developer is doing this? Why do you have to put this together? Who in their right mind is sitting there in their game studio at work making dongs? It's got a fully customized genital. Yeah, somebody sat in their office and got paid to make custom skins for your skin flute. This is absolutely ridiculous. Last time we saw this was Cyberpunk 2077. They added it in there. No one made a big deal about it, but now that it's become part of a franchise that has been out there for quite a while, and because they brought in the druid shapeshifting into a bear into the game, there's a little bit more connotation behind this. There's a little bit more of a stiffness behind that talking point. It's absolutely ridiculous that this type of thing has become mainstay in video games, where you can go into full custom details. Who asked for fully customized genitals in a video game? Like, where does this put it? Other than making the game being 17 plus or mature rating, what is the point of this? Where does this quest really get you on? What does this actually do for the game player, for the player of the game? Does this actually do something? Is this exposing you to the real world? Since when is fantasy and reality the same thing? Well, there we have it. Hasbro, Wizards of the Coast, and Laran Studios in this one. Maybe they'll have Pinkerton show up at my door knocking on it saying, don't release this video, or who knows what's going on with Hasbro as of late, because they need to keep their IPs in order and go down the deviant route with fetishizing a lot of it. Anyway, I'm your proud Canadian Phoenix Cinder Shadow, signing off here. Have yourselves a great day. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I need more subscribers. Thanks for watching.